Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Born. Uh, just gonna continue from where we left off last time, so give me just a moment to get everything set up, and we'll get right into it. Alright, are we good? Alright, looks like we're good. I hope. So, we left off last time, um, heading out, doing some errands. Of course, it is the beginning of an MMO. I think a lot of the quests are going to be like, here's how you do things, and just a couple of repetitions to let you know how the game's going to go, how the mechanics work, that sort of thing. Um, as you can see, I am a little bit high, excuse me, higher level than when I left off last time. I did a couple of things. Um, just I didn't continue the story or anything like that. What I ended up doing was I got some of my crafting classes and gathering classes and just did a bit in that just to get it out of the way so if I need to, I can craft some gear. I don't think I will need to do that anytime soon, but I'd rather do a little bit of that, and I will probably continue to do so um, off stream just to keep everything leveled up. As far as classes go, again, I am still only a pugilist. Probably gonna stay that way. Um, I don't know if I'm going into many other classes. Uh, we'll see. It's been a little bit since I played, so I don't know if anything's changed. So far, things are seemingly similar to what I remember, so I may just follow suit of pugilist to monk and then something else. Like, I don't remember Reaper being a thing, for one. And again, I probably will not be a tank or a healer just because my playstyle does not suit that. So I'm probably just gonna be your standard, like 80% of uh, uh, the rest of the server. Everyone's a DPS. Very few are healers and tanks. Those are usually what you're waiting for when you're queuing up to go into a dungeon. So, other than that, I don't think I've done much of anything. Um, just wanted to keep everything as it is, just so that I can do the main story on stream. As far as items go, it's all based off of the questing stuff, or for the crafting stuff, sorry. And I apparently had a bunch of stuff in the mail for probably logging in as a new character or on a new server or something like that. Just a couple of gifts. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. So right now they're just going to stay in my inventory until I figure out what to do with it. But anyway, on with the story, I suppose. Alright, taking what they're given. Momoni of the Quicksand has word of work for a willing adventurer. Alright, so let's see what she got. Look what the coral dragged in. Good to see you, Yoko. I'd ask what brings you, but I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. Has she let me down before? I don't think she would have. So it happens I know a fellow by the name of Dadanen. Dadanen? I don't know. Who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked that I send any looking for work his way. You can find him over in Horizon if you fancy. I don't know where Horizon is. It's in western Thanalan, mind you. Just across the bridge north of Scorpion Crossing, and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, might be he'll have some talk of the royal family that interests you as well. But now why not make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon? If you've got the gil for it, that is. I do have a little bit, I suppose. Not much, but we'll see how much it costs. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimi Gun. Mimi Gun. He'll set you straight. Well, off you go then. Haven't gotten all day holding your hand. Alright, so I can just go to Horizon, or I can take the chocobo, I guess. Oh, another thing I've done is I kind of did a few of the hunting stuff, just whatever I came across, you know. Took out what I could see. There's plenty more to do, I'm sure. But anything that's not the main quest, I'm probably gonna do somewhat off stream. So might interest you in a chocobo porter. First visit the shop. Oh, I do know about these, so you can it's basically a alternate fast travel, I guess. Yeah, for less skill. It's faster than running, and cheaper than teleporting, I suppose. And as long as you aren't wanting to fight anything along the way, then it's all good. And at the moment, I don't really think I need to. So, just gonna go ahead and do this. Again, most of the side quests, I'm probably going to just leave alone, just in case I need the extra experience for leveling up. You know, I want something that's going to give more than just combat experience if I need it, or if I decide to level up a second class or something. You know, it's good to have it if needed. I believe this is Horizon. Alright, we're here. And it looks like our quest is right here, so hello there. Yoko, I presume? Aye, Momodi said to expect you, and so I have. Welcome to Horizon. Ours is a trading settlement that sees goods in from the port of Vesper Bay to the west, and... what? Ours is a trading settlement that sees good in from the port of Vesper Bay to the west. Yeah. And trade we do. Okay. It read a little weird to me. Sorry about that. Nary a day goes by that Horizon isn't bustling with some manner of merchants and officials. They keep us running around busy, they do. Enough so that I wish I had chocobo legs in place of my own. And that's why I've asked Momodi to send me any souls looking for work. 12 know that there's plenty to be done around here. Speak to me again when you are ready to make yourself of some use. I mean, I suppose I would be of use. Oh, and that's just the quest. Just show up here. Okay. Um, yeah, Disciple of War are all classes, so I guess I'll go with the Disciple of War stuff. Kind of wish it would offer to equip it automatically, but oh, there's a better way. It's recommended. There we go. Alright, so he would like you to deliver a message to Copperbell Mines. Didn't we just get leggings? Oh wait, these are... Hold on. I suppose there's a difference between feet and legs. Okay. So happens I have a situation that must be resolved post-haste. And I do mean post-haste. I'm plumb out of premium product and my latest order has yet to arrive. If I keep my customers waiting any longer, this could irrevocably damage my reputation. What's worse, I paid my man in advance for his services, despite his assurances that it would be a simple affair. I've heard nothing since he departed for Copperbell Mine days ago. Find Drunken Stag and give him this notice. I cannot afford any further delay. Alright, so it looks like we're just heading out this way. Nothing too difficult. I think it's nearby, isn't it? Yeah, it's just right over there. It's right where the lights are. Well, not the lanterns, but that doorway up there, I suppose. And again, we are a bit over-leveled for the moment because I'm in a server that is giving me apparently double experience until level 80. So I have to be careful once I get close to that. Not that that's going to happen anytime soon. I believe like a Realm Reborn goes through like level 50 or something. So, you know, I don't think I'm going to be in any problem with that. What do you want? Dadanen's product? Give him a notice. He can send all the notices he likes, but it won't change a thing. The concern has closed the mines due to some incident in the depths. It's a shame, too. Lost a decent haul just over yonder during all that chaos. Okay, nope, just complete the quest. And upgrade our equipment again. And I guess ask him what's going on. This time we're going to get a helmet. Oh, we already have one, though. Oh, this time we'll probably get some money. Need someone to retrieve the raw... Nashakite? He dropped outside the mines. The product you heard Dadanen going on about is a valuable gemstone known as Rananashite, or not. These names are getting me to repeat things, just like the names are. Nashakite. I managed to dig up a goodly amount just before the mines were closed off, actually. Packed it up and hauled it out, even. But then the 12... but then them goblins came along. Not like any goblins I've seen before, and hungry only for the good rocks. They had eyes for my gemstones, so I had no choice but to oblige. The stone torches had their hands full. Stone torches. Oh, I suppose that's like a group of people. Had their hands full evacuating the mines, so they ignored the beasts. Even now, they're only concerned with keeping people out. Please, friend, if you're willing to face the goblins, would you bring me my Nashakite? I suppose so. And that's just right inside. Okay. Going into combat, so I'll zoom out a little bit so I can see what's going on. Everything in here seems to be non-aggressive. Alright, one down. Ow. Two down. Maybe I should have just avoided the explosion, but whatever. There we go. And we got what we... Again, I know the quests aren't the greatest, but I mean, I'm not really sure if they have really changed over the years. How did you fare, friend? Did you find the raw Nashakite? Indeed, I did. Beautiful, isn't it? Rarer than many stones, and more expensive than most. They say the green is the same as the eyes of Nana Shah ul Nasha, who once ruled as the Sultana. This should save Dadanin from his troubles, if there's enough left. There's far less here than what I found. I reckon those goblins made a meal of the stuff. What a waste. Alright, we've already got one of those. Probably don't need one of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab the money. Oh, we got a new move. Can only be executed when in raptor form. It's right after this, I suppose. Let me rearrange this slightly. Be like that. So then I can do 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 4. Increases damage dealt by 10%. What does this do? Nothing. Maybe I will switch these around so that I do that one first. If it increases my damage. Alright. Perfect Swarm. And rewards are something I don't have yet, so that's good. Who wants to repay your kindness with some useful information? Like a chance to make some money, right? Then I know just how I can repay you for your kindness. Swarms of sun midges have been harassing travelers along the road connecting Horizon to here. It's gotten so bad that the brass blades have started paying folk to keep the roads clear. If you find it hard to believe that swarms of tiny midges could be so troublesome, you've never seen a chocobo driven into a frenzy by one. There have already been some terrible accidents. Do your part and slay a few swarms. After that, let Ffxiv know. He'll reward you for your trouble and maybe even offer you more work. I'm gonna stumble over names the entire time. Alright, so we're looking for these. It also seems like I have not read the rotation correctly. but it's still kind of in the correct place. I just kind of want to avoid the aggressive monsters. Where is this one? Oh, is it up there? I don't know if I can get up here. I can. Oh, but there's like 2 aggressive monsters. um... Yeah, here we are. This one respawned. Excellent. Wonderful time. Alright, and now we report back to a different person, I guess. Oh, and I'm getting a bonus experience because I logged off in an inn. So I'm getting like, well, normally this is plus 100%, so a bonus 160%. Is that right? Oh, right, because I have this thing, which I got out of the mail. So this increases experience earned by 30%. But that doesn't explain the... Alright, so 100% because of the bonus, 100% because of resting, 30% because of the earring. I don't know where the other 30% is coming from. But, oh well. I'm not going to argue. Greetings and salutations, adventurer. To what do I owe this? Ooh. What? You've slain how many swarms of sun midges? 3? Not very many. You have my sincerest thanks. The brass blades have been struggling to keep them in check. So your assistance is greatly appreciated. Will you be staying in Horizon long? If so, there is much and more you can do to help you. I'll go ahead and get a leather jacket. Get a ton of experience. And upgrade my equipment yet again. Oh, they've got 2 quests. I just want the main quest, I guess. Last letter to Lost Hope. We're up to level 11 stuff now, so we're still doing good. Wants me to track down a missing courier. Pray allow me to enlist your aid, brave adventurer. I would have you ascertain the whereabouts of a missive I sent to Lost Hope the other day. Captain Ffxiv is stationed there. Ever since he was transferred, we've exchanged letters, but never before has it taken this long to receive a reply. And so I fear that the courier may have met with some misfortune en route. She must have made it to Central Thonalon, or the brass blades that patrol the roads between here and Scorpion Crossing would have seen something. But if she made it as far as Blackbrush Station, she would have surely delivered the letter by now. Lost Hope is practically on its doorstep. I suggest you focus your search on the road to Blackbrush Station in Central Thonalon. With luck, you will find her quickly. Alright, so Central Thonalon is over here. Alright, back this way. Can I get a porter? No. I guess you can only get chocobo porters between major places, which is fine, you know. If you could get a porter everywhere, you wouldn't have a need for the teleport. Well, teleport would still be faster, I suppose. And quite a few people are willing to pay the expense for the ability to save time. Alright, we are not going to join this fate. We are just running through and hopefully not getting caught by anything. And I believe it was this way. There it is. See it on the mini-map. Something I may do in between this session and next is reorganize the UI a little bit, make things fit a little better, that sort of thing. Because like I don't really like it when the UI starts encroaching on everything I'm trying to do. Oh. Is this something I'm supposed to be... I don't think I... No. Okay. I just happened to be in the area. Huh? A letter? Aye. I've got Ffxiv missive right here. I won't be delivering it anytime soon, though. Got to tend to my bird's injured leg first. The most minor of cuts confessed or if ignored. Ffxiv sent you, right? If this is a pressing matter, why don't you take it the rest of the way? Lost Hope's just past the Black Brush Station to the northeast. Look for the tents by the river. Alright. We will certainly deliver it. And for the most part, there are a lot of just neutral creatures around, so I don't need to worry about avoiding anything. Although I suppose, you know, just running past them wouldn't really do much of anything anyway. As long as I don't stop. You know, I don't believe that, at least if I stay within my level range, I don't believe they would be able to do anything to me. I could be wrong, though. You know, never know. Oh, hold on. If I were to... Okay, no. I was thinking... maybe I need to talk to the chocobo porters in order to have access to traveling to them. But no, it seems they do still limit where you can travel. Alright, so... that being said, of course, I suppose at this point I could travel to Ul'dah and then travel to Horizon. I don't know if that would be faster, though. Alright, so here we are in an area off to the side, I suppose. Just passing through, or will you be staying a while? I got a letter for you. Ffxiv sent you all the way here because of a late letter. Ah, boy is still far too earnest. Despite my demotion, he continues to call me captain. I suspect he has no idea what it means to be transferred to Lost Hope, either. Despite my... Oop. The brass blades don't give a care about this settlement. No one in Ul'dah does. All here have been forsaken, adventurer. The refugees, their protectors. And you will be too if you're seen associating with us. Thank you for the letter. Now, for your own good, leave. I mean, I don't think I'd be seen associated with them they're if things are as bad as he says, because people probably aren't either people aren't watching because it is as bad as he says, or it's not as bad as he says, and people will watch. I don't know. And just my observations, I suppose. All right, he has a request looking to do some good. I thought I told you to get out of here. What? Looking for a chance to do some good? I guess I can't force you to leave. Oh, stubborn adventurers, the lot of you. Fine then. Listen well. A band of outlaws has taken up residence at the Quiver Quiveron Bonce on the ridge to the south. Their leader has styled himself heir to the syndicate members who died in the calamity. The Baron and his cronies are not more than a pack of jackals. They prey on people who have lost hope, robbing them of what little they have. I myself cannot act without endangering the refugees, as they know my face and will retaliate against lost hope. You, however, are not known to the bandits or their allies. If you wish to help, then deal with the Baron. Alright. And the Baron is to the south somewhere. And I see the arrow, but I don't see the destination. So I guess I will just head this way and see where it takes me. Alright, so if I face this way... Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's up this thing. So I gotta go across the bridge, it looks like. Oh, and we have angry enemies in the area, so I will just stay away from them. If I can. And once we're over here, it looks like all of these are neutral. So we're all good over here. Wonderful. Excuse me. Oh. Now we have... Well... I guess I let one of them get too close. Alright. So... I could fight my way in, but one thing I do like to do that I remember having done many times is if I just swap over to something like this and sneak, then I can just walk right in without any trouble. Although, once I'm over here, I suppose I still have the close ones to worry about. So, maybe that's not the greatest thing to do. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Still, looks like I can get close enough to this guy. And there we go. I guess it worked out better than I thought. And now we walk out of here like nothing ever happened. Ow. Granted, I suppose I need to switch back to either class to turn it in, or maybe the experience would go to this class instead. And I don't think I need to do that. It's not the one I'm intending on leveling through this, but I could technically turn it in with this class. So, back to combat class, which I think is, between the two, is the harder to level anyway. So it's done? Good. I hope that wretch died screaming. Ul'dah is more prosperous than ever, some say. That may be true for the Syndicate, but none of that wealth has trickled down to the small folk. It's all a mummer's farce. One day, I refused to play my part, and so I was made to leave the stage. My time has passed. The brass blades of the rose must look to others for guidance. Well, take the bracers. And we'll gain another level. Keep my equipment updated. We'd like to deliver an item to Horizon. Alright. As you may have noticed, I am in no shape to leave Lost Hope right now. So in my stead, I'd like you to return to Horizon and give this dagger to Ffxiv. Although it's just an old ornamental dagger, it belongs with the brass blades of the rose. I should have given it to the boy before I came. Alright, well, in that case, I will definitely take a porter back and see how long it takes. I mean, again, I suppose it doesn't really matter which one I do. But I just want to see. So, you know, it's 15. And we've got, you know, well, once we reach Ul'dah, it'll be another 5 to Horizon, it seems. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to just let the game play for itself, and I can just sit back and relax now and again. Gives me a perfect opportunity to have a drink. As far as money goes, oh, you're not gonna take me all the way to the porter? Okay, just drop me off right outside. I see how it is. Then again, getting this porter to Horizon takes me to the western gate, so saved a little bit of time. Through traversing the entire city. But overall, I don't know if this is actually saving me time for traveling. But, you know, it is a convenience. I don't think I need to worry about any fates getting in the way. Although it looks like I'm passing through one, but it's not here. Oh, wait, that's probably in the gorge. So, never mind. That's far below Alright. Oh, don't mind that. Just continue on. Alright. And we have returned. Ah, Yoko, I received word from Captain Leofric the other day. Thank you for delivering the letter for me. You did? This is kind of a problem I have with some games, is they have to word it in a way just in case it's not something you're going from one to the other immediately. They have to make it so that some amount of time has passed. So even though I did it just a minute ago or two, it's the other day. So I don't know. And sometimes I have a problem with it, sometimes I don't. But there we go. But here you go. Here's an antique dagger, just for you. Why do you have that dagger? Only a captain of the Brass Blades of the Rose is permitted to possess it. Captain Leofric says I'm to have it? There must be some mistake. He couldn't possibly mean to tell me that. No, of course not. I am not worthy to wield it. Nevertheless, I shall respect the captain's wishes and take the dagger into safekeeping until he comes to reclaim it. You do that. Alright, and following footfalls. This will get us nothing we need. Okay. But, I mean, I suppose if we were a tank, it'd be wonderful. Because another 53 defense would be great. Brass Blades of the Rose have need of your assistance once more. Thaumaturges from the ossuary are presently surveying the footfalls for ancient relics. As the area is rife with wild beasts, the Horizon Garrison has been charged with their security. But Captain Baldwin has sent only a handful of brass blades. Despite his assurances to the contrary, such a small unit cannot possibly be sufficient to protect our patrons. I would have you offer your assistance to my comrades. Pray travel to the footfalls and speak with Totoruda. Right, I guess that's this way. Oh, and before I go, I should make sure... Okay, yeah, I have used that already. Because I have been here, or been through here earlier when I was trying to do a few things off stream. So I figured I might as well use the Aetherite just in case. Alright, so this is the footfalls. Hello there. Welcome. Alright, adventurer come to help. I heard nothing from Captain Baldwin about this. He said trusted men only. Any road, we've got this under control. Besides, this operation ain't got nothing to do with Ffxiv. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. Just another day of streaming. Other than that, trying to see if the Final Fantasy Online game will get any traction. I don't know if it's a good game to stream. I don't know if it's interesting enough. I guess in a few weeks I'll figure it out. But, with as few people as I get watching my streams, it's hard to tell if something is good or not sometimes. So I'm just trying it out, seeing if it's likable, and if it is, then I'll keep going. If not, then I'll be switching to something else. But for now, I'm giving it a try. So let me know if it's something you would like to watch, or, you know, if something else would be preferential. It's no wonder the captain told him to stay at Horizon. I'll just get some money for this quest. And high enough for the next job quest, so getting a bunch of things all at once now because I'm level 20. Alright, so can I accept the next job or class job quest? This quest offer opportunities not only for money, but also new specific actions. Free company invite. Oh, yeah. I should take a look at that some other time. Never played any Final Fantasy, so I don't know. Okay. Well, first of all, I do know that you do not like UIs. So that in itself may turn you off from this game. You know, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. But something I do like about this game is, first of all, I am a fan of Final Fantasy games. I've played quite a few of them, and I've enjoyed most of it. You know, there's always some things that aren't enjoyable, but, you know, that's how it is sometimes. As far as this goes, you know, it's an MMO that started, I think 14 started about 10 years ago. So, you know, it's had plenty of time to do a lot of things. I'm starting a new game, so I am right near the beginning. I'm level 20 out of, I believe the level cap is 90, so I have a long way to go. And I don't know, I remember the story being enjoyable, so I just wanted to give it a try again and go through the story. And because it's been like 8 years since I've played this part of the story, and it's kind of like playing it for the first time again. Well, not really. Like, all the mechanics and stuff I know fairly well. It's more of the story itself is kind of new again. But as I said, I know that you don't really like UIs, but one thing I like about this game is, hold on, let me get rid of this. So this is like everything that will ever show up on the screen. You can turn them off, turn them on, and just set it however you want it to be. So, you know, I could select the gold down at the bottom, and then I can go to settings, and I can select its size however I want it, but I can also make it completely transparent. So it can still be there, but invisible. So, yeah, that's right. So, with you not liking the UI, you can basically just remove it. I don't know how effective that would be for actually playing the game, but I suppose if you know what you're doing, you don't really need to see it on screen. So, There you have it. Other than that, I'm just playing through, seeing how it is again. Alright, so next quest wants you to deliver a message to Crescent Cove. I can do that. Hey, adventurer, mind running a message to Crescent Cove for us? Captain Baldwin's planning some festivities for the thaumaturges, and he wants them treated to the finest food and drink. Nothing but the best for our distinguished guests, huh? Head west and south to the village and tell Rafa that he is to deliver a bounty of fresh fish. Fresh fish. It's hard to say sometimes. To Horizon for the feast. Do I like MMO games? I like them for a little bit. I like them until other players get on my nerves, I guess, if that makes any sense. So I like MMOs for playing them on my own, and then uh, deal with having to play with other people sometimes. And sometimes I do find a group of people that I enjoy being with. I've only played RuneScape. I don't believe I've actually played that. Um, Not much though. Okay, well, MMOs aren't for everyone, and that's perfectly fine. Um, I know that Final Fantasy 14 does require you to play with other people in some cases. Like, I know along the story there are specific dungeons that you have to go into that require you to run around with three other people. So, in that sense, um, that is one of the few things that I dislike about this game, because as a uh, DPS character, so you've got your different kind of classes. You've got your tank that usually takes the hits, uh, makes everything target them if possible, so that they don't do damage to the rest of the party. You've got your healers, which keep everyone healed, and then you've got your DPS, so the archers, the swordsmen, that sort of thing. The mages in cases of um, fantasy style games. Um, and I would say 80% are DPS, and very few people actually want to be a tank or a healer. So usually as a DPS, you end up going to one of these dungeons and queuing up for it, and then waiting 20 minutes or so for the tank and healer to decide that they also want to do this dungeon. So, unfortunately, that is one of the few things I disliked about this game. We'll see how things have changed in the many years that it's been since I last played this. But there are other parts of the game that I really enjoy. So, like, um, if I just... Alright, so he's just telling me where to go. Um, if I go here, so like this is a list of all the combat classes in the game. So you've got 4 classes that are tank characters, 4 classes that are healers, and a ton of classes. These are just the ones that I can see at the moment. I think there are more. Or maybe there are advanced versions of the classes, something like that. Um, these are all the combat classes. Here are all the crafting and harvesting classes, and these are the classes that I like the best. Um, when I last played, these are the ones that reached top level first. So I got to level 80 carpenter and blacksmith and armorer long before I got to level 80 in the combat classes. And uh, I like these because they interact with each other. So, like, um, if I go down here, crafting, is the game free? I I believe that there is a free trial. I don't I don't know if it is 100% free. Like for the trial it would certainly be free. Um it may be free up to level 50, which is the base game. Um Other than that, I believe um in the United States it would cost I think it's $13 for a monthly subscription. I don't know what that would be in your area. Um, I know just from past talking with you, we do have different prices for things. So, $13 for me would probably be um, maybe $6 where you are. I'm not certain. I'm just estimating off of the price comparison that we had before. So, um, I could be wrong. I could be way off. I don't know. Um, but it is free for a trial. Uh, I believe you would be limited to one character per. Okay, so if I do this real quick, so if I log out. Oh, hold on. Never mind. I'm not going to do that if it's going to take so much time. Um, so there are different servers uh, for different parts of the world. Each server has different worlds within it, usually between 4 and 8 worlds per server. Um, you can have one, I believe it's one character per world, up to like 8 for your free trial. So you can have 8 characters per server, but each character has to be in a different world. Um, I do know that you can go between different worlds on the server uh, with your characters. So uh, there is that. You do have the ability to visit other worlds if you so choose. But one of the things I like about this game is that you don't need more than one character because um, as I was showing here, these are all the classes that you can be. Um, so, I am currently a level 20 pugilist. If when I find a place that would teach me how to be a lancer, I could learn to be a lancer and then be a level 1 lancer and level that up as well. It's $9.99 for you? Okay. I don't know if that's a good price or a bad price. Um, you know, that would be something you'd have to figure out for yourself. Um, but, there is the free trial, so you can definitely give it a shot uh, before uh, deciding to spend money on it. Um, it is, I don't know how large of a download it would be. Um, there are also like 4 or 5 um, DLC for the game. So if you wanted to progress further than level 50, you would then have to purchase some of those other DLC. Um, I believe. I don't know the specifics. Like I said, it's been a few years since I have played much of this, so things change. Um, but I really liked that you can be a single class if you so choose. You can be all of the classes if you so choose. Um, and if I go over here, an armory chest. So this is a separate inventory than your standard inventory. This is where you put all of your weapons, all of your helmets, all of your armor. And so, uh, even if you have, 10 different classes, you have plenty of room for armor to equip every single class. So, you shouldn't have too much of a problem with inventory until like really late game when you start having, you know, um, every single one of these classes, every single one of these classes, um, and then you also start getting into like different outfits that you just wear for fun, I guess, if that's what you choose to do. There's plenty of different styles, and of course, there are optional things that you can buy for um, real money. So like you can buy um, different outfits and stuff for money if you so choose. But I don't believe that there is anything in the game itself um, that would be considered like paying to win. So you can't buy a sword that does an extra 20 damage, for example. Um, I know that there are options where if you just want to get to the end game, like if you have a lot of money to spend, like let's say you play the game, you decide that this is a game that you like, you buy all the DLC, but you don't want to actually play the story for some reason. Um, I know that they have options for that where you can pay like $20 or something to skip the story and go straight to the end of the game. Uh, it's not something I would do. It's not something I would recommend doing, um, unless that is something that you like about the game. But for me, I enjoy the story. Um, and I enjoy crafting in this game. Crafting is like what kept me here when I first started playing. Just um, I was gonna I was in the middle of explaining something earlier. So like crafting, what I like is, so say you're a goldsmith, you want to um, and what's a good example? Okay, so here at the basic level, level 1 through 5 stuff, copper, of course, you get from copper ore. You refine it into copper ingots. Copper ore, of course, is mined uh, with the miner's skill. So that's pretty basic. You have your gatherers that provide for the crafters. But then you get to this copper gorget, for example, and suddenly it requires a circle of leather, or just tanned hide of some sort. Well, that is provided by a leather worker. So you have a bit of interaction between all of these different classes. So a little bit of goldsmithing requires some leather working. Um, Cloth can also require leather. I believe some of it, in fact, can also include iron or metals of sorts. So then you start working in your smithing and armor crafting. Uh, woodwork. I don't have access to all of these yet because it's a new game. So I apologize, I can't show it off. Cooking, I believe, is the one that's just on its own. Cooking is really good. You can make, I would say, probably hundreds of different items in cooking. Each one can provide some bonuses to stats. So you've got like food that's good for your damage dealers. You've got food that's good for healing. You've got food that's good for tanking. You've got food, excuse me. You've got food that's good for uh, harvesting, and there is a bit of an interesting thing going on with harvesting as well. So, like, if I were to, so I can open up this list. This is kind of a list that you have to set up yourself. But it saves the equipment that you had equipped for each class. So just with a click of a button, I can select miner and I can equip it. And suddenly I am a miner. You know, I can go around and mine stuff if there is anything in the area. I don't think there is. So, you know, it's just a quick thing. As long as you're not in combat, you can switch classes at any time. So, you know, here we are. I'm an alchemist. I can start doing stuff as an alchemist if I so choose. And then once you're done, you switch back to your combat class and you head on your way. So there's a lot of it that I really enjoy. Some of it, if I get to it, I'll make mention of the things that I dislike, but those are few and far between. And you know, this is one of the few MMOs that have kept my my interest the longest. So while it's been a few years since I last played, I believe I've played probably a good year and a half in between each of the sessions. So basically, over the 10 years when it first came out, I've played about a year and a half, which is quite a long time for me. Usually, an MMO will not keep my interest more than a month or two. So, you know, if that helps determine how much I like a game. And there's also a lot of stuff to do in this game besides the main story. So there's side quests, there's, you know, there's, I guess fishing can be considered something that you could do. It's a gathering, a class, but I know that they have several different things for fishing, and stuff like that. There's mini games, I believe. I don't remember exactly everything, but I am heading the wrong way. I need to go this way. But again, overall, I enjoy the game. So, if you choose to take a look at it and you like it, then by all means, play it. See if you like it. Or don't if you don't like it. That again, like I know you don't like your UI cluttering things up. So, if that makes it a no-go for you, then by all means, don't play it. Or, you know, do what I suggested. Go into the UI and shut it all off so you don't have to use it. And just learn the buttons that you need as you go. Let's see. So, fresh fish for Captain Baldwin? Of course, of course. We'll do our best, madam. Unfortunately, we've had a poor catch in recent day on account of the rough seas. More boats should be returning soon, but I cannot promise that their catch will please. But don't worry, milady. The captain will have his fish, I swear it. Alright, and these are just different weapons for different classes. Yeah, so we'll get the weapon that I need. And then upgrade it. Do that. So, something I also like is, so when I got that new weapon, it automatically went into the armory chest. So, you know, it won't clutter up your basic inventory. But then, of course, you need to equip it. So you can, in this case, go up to the recommended gear, and it brings up a list of what you're wearing, and if there's anything better that you can equip, it automatically highlights it. So, like your current and your recommended, for me, it's both the same for the moment, and then you can just equip it. And once you equip it, your gear loadout is changed from what you've saved. So then you can click this update gear button, and it automatically updates the gear that you've set. So now, whenever I equip the gear or switch to the class, it automatically equips all of this stuff without me having to do each one individually. Alright, where's my quest now? Right, they told me to talk to somebody over here, didn't they? Oh, also there's a mender here. I should repair my stuff while I'm here. Nope, gotta do them one at a time. So, repair equipped. I know about repairing. I'm just gonna repair everything I've got stored as well. Since I'm here. Because some are more damaged than others. Alright, there we go. All my equipment is repaired. Alright, Marilda may have stumbled upon a secret. What do we got? You're an adventurer, are you not? I know this is sudden, but I have no one else to turn to. Last night, a gang of bandits from the Quiveranmats were in their cups, and I overheard them discussing their plans. It seemed they've come to collect gemstones stolen from Copperbell mines. Nashakite, I think I heard one say. They are to meet with their co-conspirators soon, at the Footfalls. Oh, what did you say? Oh. Illicit exchanges and shadowy dealings. The Brass Blades cannot abide such maleficence. Forgive my eavesdropping. I came to Crescent Cove merely to thank you in person. I never imagined I'd uncover a criminal conspiracy right outside Horizon's Gate. We must act quickly if we are to apprehend the thieves. I will notify Captain Baldwin at once. Off he goes. No, wait, you mustn't. You must stop him before it's too late. Captain Baldwin himself is working with the bandits. Alright. Off I go then. Speak with Captain Baldwin. Is he really far away? No, he's right out there. Okay. Apparently he has decided to come out here from his encampment. And right over here, looks like we may have an instance to go into since he's glowing brightly. Alright. Level sync is in effect if you're above level 18, which I am. I will be synced to level 18. That's another thing about this that's pretty nice, is if you run around with other people, I believe you can sync your levels, so you can either fight at their level or they can fight at your level. Of course, I don't believe they get any bonus abilities. Their stats just get increased to what yours would be. Or if you get dropped down to their level, you do lose skills that you've learned since then. So, gonna sleep. Good luck with the stream. Okay, well, thank you. Have a good night. Glad you showed up. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow or some other time, I suppose. Have a good night. All right. Captain Baldwin, sir, I've discovered something shocking, something horrible. Someone has been stealing gemstones from Copperbell mines and... Wait, those gauntlets, those boots. Why, you're one of Criveron's men. Sir, that man is a thief and a scoundrel. And what of it? His coin's good, and that's what counts. What? Captain Baldwin? Are you working with these men? It cannot be. I told you to stay in Horizon, Fufalupa. I didn't... It didn't have to be like this. They'd get their Nashakite, I'd get my gill, and none would be the wiser. But sir, what if your crimes are uncovered? What if Lord Lolorito finds out? You, you fool, don't you see? I am acting under authority of Lord Lolorito himself. No, that cannot be true. Why do you think people join the Brass Blades, Fufalupa? To serve and protect? Ha! We're not the flames here. We do this for the coin. You there, adventurer. Do you remember me? Well, I remember you. I am Sir Baron von Quiveron IV, Esquire. You killed my brother, and now I'm going to return the favor. Well, that settles it. It's clearly in everyone's best interests that both of you die. Well, all right. There we go. Oh, a little lag there, I think. Right, and that's everything. Wonderful. I know that they were saying a bunch of stuff during the fight, but I couldn't read it while I was fighting. That's enough, Baldwin. Your partner is dead and your plans are undone. You've no reason left to fight. Stay out of this, Leofric. I don't take orders from you. I may have spared your life before, but if you interfere, I will not show you mercy. And what mercy will he show you, I wonder? You who have done so much in another man's name. What are you blathering on about? Every fisherman in Crescent Cove knew about your meeting. You arrogant fool. Quiveron's men couldn't keep their mouths shut. Imagine Lord Lodorito's surprise when he learned that a rank-and-file brass blade was using his name to advance a personal agenda. He knows? But I'm a captain. He wouldn't. I was once a captain too, remember? And we both know what happened to me. Well thought, boy. You've done the brass blades of the Rose proud. Captain Yelfric. Captain Baldwin. He said that Lolorito, Lord Lolorito wouldn't waste his time on a small-scale smuggling operation. This is all Baldwin's doing. What else did he say? That all of our brethren are no better, and that each and every one cares not for coin? Mere excuses to justify his schemes. Aye, we've no shortage of greedy sods. Some who'd probably sell their own mothers into slavery if the price is right. But there are men like you, Fufalupa, men good and true, whom the small folk respect. Which is why I gave you the dagger. The brass blades of the roads need a leader with honor, and you're the most honorable man I know. Captain. Thank you for all your help, Yoko. Captain and I will escort Captain Baldwin back to Horizon. Pray visit me in town when next you return. Alright. Alright, so what did I miss during the fight? Alright, so it was Baldwin saying, it's time to do your duty, Fufalupa. Time to... excuse me. Time to die for your country. And Fufalupa was, why, Captain, why? I trusted you. And then Baldwin later says, you're stronger than I thought. I guess once the fight was getting near its end. And then you're ruining everything. And then watch out for a spear. Okay. So, just a few random things. Or, not random, but minor things during the fight, I guess. Nothing too much to worry about. So, we'll head back. Finish up the quest. You've got things going on in between different parts of Ul'dah. You've got some things going on with the underworld, it sounds like, and the Blades, who I guess are being paid to do things that they shouldn't normally. Alright, so, over here. We'll finish up. Welcome back, Yoko. So much has happened. Captain Baldwin has been arrested and stripped of rank, which means the Brass Blades of the Rose no longer have a captain. Until a new one is designated, I've been ordered to serve as acting captain of the Horizon Garrison. Though doubtless this is only a temporary arrangement, I will do my utmost to represent my brethren and protect the people of Horizon. Thank you, Yoko, for your service to the Sultanate. You are a true hero. What do I get? Antidotes. Okay. Then continue on. Level 14 versus 21. We're still far ahead of where we need to be. Fufalupa would entrust you with a matter of grave import. I salute you, honored friend. As acting captain, I should be much obliged if you would grant me a personal request. In our efforts to ascertain the full extent of the former captain's corruption, we have been poring over his personal correspondence. Our search unearthed the sealed letter addressed to a man named Owen? I'm gonna go with Owen. But he is one of the Sultan's sworn elite. I can think of no reason why he should have any dealings with Baldwin. We now know that the former captain was consorting with a coalition of criminals. Could it be that Owen was too? This letter may well serve as evidence to their collusion, and so I dare not tamper with it myself. Can I move? I am moving this. Does it stay in a certain spot? But given the events of recent days, I knew not whom to trust with this information until now. I have chosen you, Yoko. Pray bear this letter to Mistress Momodi of the Quicksand and relate the circumstances of its discovery. Not only is she a staunch supporter of the Sultana, but she is well acquainted with the Sultan's Sworn. She will know how best to proceed. Let's see if that actually stays there when I next talk to somebody. Alright, so, back to... No. Back to Ul'dah. And then over this way. Yeah, we're heading to the Adventurers Guild. Sorry, just had to remind myself where we were going. Actually, something I still need to remember to do is attune myself to all of these spots, because I should be doing this so I can travel around the cities faster. It used to be that you only wanted to attune to the ones that you were going to use, because otherwise they would just get a long list of destinations that you had to scroll through. But apparently they have changed it so that, you know, you just have a much larger list and a map, apparently. So you can just select where you want to go. I think this is an improvement on what it used to be. So I am glad to see how much things improve from when I last played. Keep in mind, I last played just a little over 2 years ago. So, you know, I guess not that long, all things considered. Ah, Yoko, it's been too long. Dadanen tells me you've been keeping busy in Horizon, and the text box has actually stayed over to the side. It's not where I want it, but I thought that was kind of interesting. Can put the text box wherever you want. Might be part of the whole UI readjustment thing. I want you to know that I'm grateful for everything you've done for the people of Ul'dah. Even though you've seen the seedier side of our city, you've continued to help your fellow man. Believe me, the folk around here love you for it. What is this? You look like you've gotten something to say. Right. Letter to Owen. So, that's what this is all about. Lupa thinks Owen might have been in league with Baldwin. That this letter could be proof of something shady. Well, he needn't worry. Owen's as loyal as Uh, sorry. Owen's as loyal as the Sultan Sworn as I've ever known. I haven't the foggiest what this says, but, wait a minute. Wasn't Owen the one who... Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Yoko, I think I know, what this is all about, but I need you to swear to keep it quiet. If you'd rather wash your hands of this business, I won't hold it against you. But if you're determined to to see it through to the bitter end, say the word and I'll explain. And of course, you don't really have the option to say no. I mean, you could say no, but then you're not continuing on with the story. Can I count on your discretion, Yoko? If so, then listen closely. We'll get a ring for this. Wishes to enlist the aid of a trusted friend. The outside world believes Ul'dah to be a sultanate ruled by Sultana Nanamo Uldamo. Truth is, though, that the 6 wealthiest citizens that hold the most sway, the syndicate. Be that as it may, the Sultana's still got the support of the people. But she might struggle to keep even that if a certain incident becomes public knowledge. Pains me to say it, but Her Grace's crown, the symbol of the royal dynasty, has been stolen. And Owen's the Sultan Sworn who was charged with guarding it that night. I'd bet anything this letter was written by the people who made off with the crown. It can't be coincidence that the man we know to have been fraternizing with the thieves had a letter for Owen, of all people. At this of all times. You need to take this to the man himself, Yoko. Tell him Momodi sent you, and that it concerns a lost heirloom. If it looks as though the fellow needs help, I want you to lend it to him. The future of our fair city may depend on it. So now we're getting into the whole things going on within the city. Where am I going? Deliver the letter to Owen. Where is Owen? He is over at the Hastings Strip. Okay. I think I have a teleporter near there. So, Beaver's Guild. Then from here, I need to head upstairs, it seems. Again, apologies for the hiccups. I don't know what causes them when I start streaming. Maybe it's just all the talking I do during the stream. Oh, I could have gone to the Alchemist Guild, apparently. Well, let me just go activate this, and we'll quickly teleport to the Alchemist Guild. But I guess I gotta attune to this one first. Nice, I can just select it on the map as well. Hello there. heart of the Sworn lies beyond. State your business. Pardon? You say a lost heirloom? Ah, proceed. Oh, are we going into an instance? Just a separate room for some reason. Okay. Interesting. Well met, adventurer. What business brings you here to this day? A letter? Very well. Let's see it. Here you go. Have you read this, adventurer? No, I have not. I see. But you have some inkling as to its contents, I think. Mistress Momodi has doubtless explained to you the significance of the crown, and what its loss could mean to her grace the Sultana. This theft shames the Sultan Sworn, and me most of all. The blame is mine, you see. I grew lax in my duties, and in the moment of carelessness... No, will not do to recount the tale now. Since the hour of the theft, we searched frantically for any signs, any whispers as to the whereabouts of the crown. We have found nothing. The identity of the thieves and their motives seemed fated to remain a mystery until you arrived bearing this ransom note. In it, the criminals state their price for the return of Her Grace's crown. And though it pains me to say it, I fear I have no choice but to acquiesce to their demands. Too much is at stake to do otherwise. The crown symbolizes Her Grace's birthright, and identifies her as the custodian of the old legacy. It must be recovered. I will travel to the unholy heir and pay them their ransom. Though I am not foolish enough to meet these men alone, as they stipulate, I dare not bring a host of my comrades lest the thieves take fright. Or flight, I suppose. Friend, would you consent to be present for the exchange? Mistress Motomodi has already spoken of you in the most glowing terms, and I have never yet had reason to question her judgment. On behalf of all those still loyal to the Sultana, I beseech you, help us in this in our hour of need. Very well, I suppose I will. Because I don't really have a choice. Rendezvous with Owen at the Unholy Heir. Alright. Not sure where that is, but we will take a look. How do I... There. We are heading up there. Okay. In that case, we'll go back to the Adventurers Guild. And then take a chocobo. To Blackbrush Station. Alright, so again, on our way there, we don't really need to fight anything, especially all of these level 1 things, and the chocobo is faster than my normal traveling speed, so might as well do so. And 15 gil isn't all that much to travel over here, when the alternative was like 190 something, I believe. Something like that. Something more than I want to spend. Of course, once I get something like that mount, you know, maybe Maybe I won't need to get a porter anymore. Alright, so, the way over there. I guess this plateau is where we're heading. Oh, and we're going into an instance, it seems. Zoom out, because we're probably getting into a fight. Nope, we are in fact just waiting here. Nope, we are going into an instance. Okay. Proceed. Here we are. I've come as agreed. Now show me the crown. Aye, you'll have your precious crown once you've been duly compensated. Do you think me a fool? What assurance have I that you will honor your part of the agreement? Now, Owen, you're the least trustworthy man here. Not only was the crown stolen on your watch, but it looks to me as if you violated the terms of our exchange. Did we not say that you were to come alone? Given that you are not alone, what guarantee have we that there isn't a company of archers surrounding us even as we speak, ready to feather me and my men the moment they catch a glimpse of the crown? You have made mock of our trust. The deal is off. Wait, here's your payment as promised. Aye, it's a real thing. Not that you can tell from smelling the gold? Or Gil? 1,000 thanks to you, boy. You've succeeded where scores of thieves have failed. And now, long last, we have it. The power to create an army of undying soldiers. The traitor's spurn. What? I thought all he did was hand you money. No, it can't be. What have I done? Surely you must have wondered what it was that you were handing over. What it was that seemed as valuable to us as the crown seemed to you. Or did you assume we were feeling charitable? I must have missed something because I thought all he had was like a bag of Gil. Oh well. But you must feel terrible knowing that you've brought us the doom of Sildi. Worry not, boy. We'll grant you a quick death and spare you further ignominy. Oh, so it was okay for you to bring out extra people. There's too many, Yoko. Run. Run while you still can. I will do my duty. It's your duty to serve the Sultana, lad, and you'll be doing it for a good while yet. Is this Stancred? No. This is, Papashan. The Sultan's sworn. Put these thieves to the sword and secure the crown. Looks like we were followed. Sultan sworn? No matter. Kill them all. Oh, here we go. Me and my basic attacks. Oh, I'm supposed to go to... Alright. Alright, where are we going? Oh, you're just going to fight other people. Okay. kind of what I was doing. Oh, this is the big guy. Alright, just a bunch of punching. I think we're doing okay. Can't tell what's going on behind me, but we've got extra things coming in. Ow. I guess we're just clearing them all out. There we go. Master Papashan, but why? How? The general saw you sneak into the vaults, Owen. He suspected something was afoot and ordered us to keep an eye on you. The Flame General? He ordered you to look after me? Master Papashan, more of them to the north. After them, Sultan Sworn. They have the crown. This lot sought to only delay us. And to speak again back in the city. And off they run. Meanwhile, some person in black. Source of her strength becomes clear. You may have bested the golem, but you will not fare so well this day. Oh, this is the guy from the introduction. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. And he summons one of the void creatures. Your very being imperils this plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Alright, okay. Defeat the mage. Apparently I am doing better than what he thinks I should be doing. Oh, and Thancred appears. Unwelcome guest, something, no matter, all shall fall before me. Okay. Now we're just fighting the mage, it seems. Keep it up, we almost have him. There we go. that the wisdom of the Paragon should be brought low by mere mortals. Paragons? This is indeed a disturbing revelation. We had long suspected the involvement of the Bringers of Chaos, Ascians, to give them their true name. But we could not be sure they were responsible for the recent disturbances until now. As if the Sultanate needed any more enemies. Have we Charlans crossed paths with Ascians before? Well, we've certainly... Wait, I don't recall telling you about my homeland. Oh yes, that's right. You're one of the gifted. I am? You know, this marks the third time I've found you in the midst of trouble. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were a lodestone for it. Anyway, I'm glad I started following you around. Who knows what grand conspiracy you'll stumble into next. I jest. Had I truly been watching your every move, I wouldn't have taken so long to intervene in your latest altercation. Fair enough. But all's well that ends well, huh? Our masked friend is no more, and while I very much doubt we've seen the last of his kind, his demise will likely grant us at least some respite. And on that note, I must away. Until next time, Yoko. Oh, we've got another gemstone lying around. This one looks dark purple. Okay, never mind, it exploded. Speak to Papa Shan in the Heart of the Sworn. The Heart of the Sworn. Are we going? Oh, we're going back to the city. Okay. Should have just said so. Don't tell me Heart of the Sworn, tell me Ul'dah. Which I suppose means we're going back to the Alchemist Guild? Yes, indeed. All right. Sorry about that. I don't like people jumping in here and advertising. All right. Everyone is waiting for you, adventurer. Into the Heart of the Sworn. And we get a ring and complete a quest. But first a cutscene, I guess. Does it surprise you to see me dressed so, Yoko? I was once a Sultan Sworn, you know. Though it's been 15 years since I put down my sword, I took up the role of Station Master. It is a capacity in which I am no less proud to serve, lest you doubt. Wherever her grace ventures outside the gates, I have the honor of protecting her person. Never before had I seen her so despondent as when news of the crown's theft reached her ears. But thanks to your valiant efforts, she has returned to her former vibrant self. You have the gratitude of every Sultan sworn, Yoko. Apparently they have already found the crown and returned it.
Exalted vessel of
Yep.
Northal,
Hello.
guardian of Thanalan, 17th ascendant to the throne of Uldar, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo presides.
Long live Nanamo!
Long live
Glory
Nanamo!
to the
Glory
Sultana!
to the Sultana!
Forever may she
Forever
reign!
may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, one whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow. Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth!
Alright, what do we have here?
Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ulnamo, Sultana of Uldar, confer upon you this gift. Rauban,
Your Grace,
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
Oh boy.
as you command, Your Grace. If what they say is true, Uldar owes you a great debt. I am Rauban al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one. Her Grace invites you to join her at the coming banquet. I trust I will see you there.
Probably.
An honor!
Huzzah! Indeed.
Come, hero!
Until then, for the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
Alright then. Sounds like we have a banquet to go to. Alright, Owen would like to speak with you regarding the Sultana's invitation. And get a unique item for this. By the 12, Yoko. For an adventurer to receive a personal invitation from Her Grace is unprecedented. Seats at these banquets are offered only to the most distinguished individuals. You will be dining with some of the most influential people in Uldar. There are, of course, certain protocols that must be observed, but I am no authority on them. Fear not, however. Mistress Momodi has long been responsible for familiarizing foreign guests with our customs. Pray return to the quicksand and speak with her. She will tell you all you need to know. Okay. Back to the quicksand. Or the Adventurers Guild, as it's listed as. We'll have a chat with Momodi. Welcome back, Yoko, and congratulations on your invite to the big soiree. To be honest, I never imagined I'd be explaining these procedures to you. It's usually only foreign dignitaries who get to hear me prattle on about royal traditions. Any road, I know you're a busy woman, so I'll keep it short and sweet. In accordance with the ancient customs, all guests to the banquet are required to wear a pair of ceremonial errands made specially for the occasion. They're meant to symbolize... Actually, forget about that. This was meant to be the short version. Anyway, being of a design unique to the occasion, the errands serve as a security measure. Sultan Sworn won't let you near the hall without them. Your set should be ready and waiting for you at the Goldsmith Guild. Mistress Serendipity is expecting, so you'll want to head down there now. Once you've got them, bring them back here and we'll continue. I like that they're actually sending me to the crafting guild to get these, because that is where they would technically be crafted. Although you'd think that they would probably deliver them somewhere. Goldsmith. There we are. And after all, I had to deliver them some items when I was crafting things. Maybe I'm just being preemptive. Greetings, is there something I can help you with? Yoko, your earrings are right here. I crafted them myself. I'll have you know, I think you'll be very pleased. In case Mistress Momodi didn't warn you, the box is locked, and I am not permitted to give you the key. It's a final safeguard, you see. Only designated individuals are authorized to distribute the earrings. Earrings! Okay. I guess I should have known that's what they were, because that's the, quest reward. In this instance, the person in question is none other than Mistress Momodi, so you will need to ask her to open the box on your behalf. Pardon the inconvenience, but the Sultan Sworn takes Her Grace's safety very seriously. As they should. Alright, back to the guild. And we'll get this unlocked. Around all these other people that are standing around. Picked up your earrings yet? Indeed I have. There you go. Let me just... Well, now, looks like the guildmaster outdid herself for this pair. You'd best take good care of these earrings. If they fell into the wrong hands, gods only know what might happen. Now then, I hope you're feeling sociable, Yoko, because you're about to hobnob with the old Oz elite. Let me know when you're ready to head to the banquet. Alright. This is it, Yoko. Your big debut in Old High Society. Banquet is being held in the the Fragrance Chamber. Head over to the Royal Promenade, or Promenade? I don't know which the proper pronunciation. I think they're both accepted. Head over to the Royal Promenade and Bartholomew will show you in. Oh, but be sure to put on your earrings first or he'll send you packing. Right, well, I reckon that's everything. Try not to let all the pomp and ceremony get to you. Just be yourself and you'll be fine. Alright, so... I guess I should equip this first. Equip. It's just temporary. Chamber of Rule, I think. Yeah. Now I assume it shows me actually with... Yeah, it does. It kind of blend in with my hair coloring though. So, oh well. Alright, a banquet hosted by Her Grace, the Sultana, is due to begin shortly. Attendance is by invitation only. Please make way for arriving guests. We are honored to receive you, milady. Please proceed inside. Good thing I don't have to actually dress up or anything. Here we go.
All hail the Sultana! Your Grace.
Raoban? By right of the Royal House of Ul, I, Nanamo, 17th of my line, have summoned you here.
Guess everyone's standing behind me? I'm not seeing many people here.
We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Ul'dah and dear friend to the crown. Honored guests, I give you our champion!
Ah, there's everybody.
And with that, I bid you enjoy the feast.
But wait, would we really have a crowd like that here? Sounded like most of those people probably wouldn't have an invitation. Sure, some of them are guards, I suppose. Oh well.
Not to spoil your appetite, but Ul'dah is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe. While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets.
So shouldn't I be seeing like the entire syndicate here? Like the 6 or 7, however many they said there were?
Nor can Her Grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the syndicate who derive their wealth from the workers' poverty. Beneath her mask of stately serenity, she is aghast at the plight of her subjects. But there will be no hope for the masses until the crown is restored to power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for Ul'dah, but there is so much more to do. That light, what is it?
Oh, it's just this crystal I found.
So bright, almost like by the 12. Tell me true, have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether?
I see. This...
Yes, you are like they were.
They, huh?
Allow me to explain.
Alright.
Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the primals.
That is something I've wondered too, is like... As the main protagonist, you're obviously traveling to this place for, I'm guessing, the first time. Where are we actually from? Because if I recall, the entire... excuse me. Well, I know not the entire game happens on Eorzea, but Eorzea is the main continent of the game, and not until you reach like one of the later DLCs do you actually leave Eorzea. So, like, I don't know where your character, my character, your character, any character actually comes from. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. I don't think it's ever explained. I think it's just assumed that you are from somewhere else in the world.
Though they were not of this land, when the Garlean Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the three grand companies.
Well, somewhere else in the world except for the Garlean Empire, of course.
And they stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago. The day we lost them.
Oh, he's talking about the, like, in the introduction movie, there's, like, a group of, like, 5 or 6 people who are, I guess, supposed to represent player characters that show up to help with the fighting, and they got teleported away. I think Mowody was talking about them, how you don't really remember their faces, they're just as silhouettes or something like that.
None who survived have forgotten the hero's sacrifice, nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us.
Which makes you wonder if that would happen again. 'Cause, I mean, it's happened once. So, like, is that something that would happen to you as a main character for the story? Like, I haven't played through the entirety of the story, but it seems like it could be a possibility that you end up being in some kind of similar circumstance where you're teleported away and everyone forgets about you. I don't know. Could be interesting. Could be I mean, it'd only be used for like a game reset, I suppose.
And in our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare.
Yeah, and that's what was mentioned earlier.
It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light. When I look at you, I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve.
So they weren't considered Warriors of Light until after. Interesting.
You must protect that crystal at all costs. It is a gift from Hydaelyn, Mother of All, and one she gave to you for a reason. Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
Nope. Here comes the headache again. Guessing we're seeing into his past? Maybe not. We're seeing into the past. Okay.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it costs them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Nope, we're zooming into some figure off in the distance.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
Just looking back at
We
the
are
figure
being
again.
watched.
Indeed you are. By more than one person, in fact.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me! Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
That monstrosity. Say.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately.
I gotta say that the voice acting isn't greatest for this 10 years ago. I think there are certain places where it has improved quite a bit.
Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link shells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre. This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louisoix. To your positions.
Do you? I don't recall that in the introduction. Oh, and there's two of these. I should live to behold Bahamut once more.
Logalo, Asawad Daken Bet Mubut.
Magnificent. The eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. Bahamut is a pretty strong summon, all things considered.
Imarat way. Kiskat Toga Hats Waddledorns.
I am aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act. Okay, so we've got a guy in a black mask and a guy in a half-red mask. I believe the one in the black mask is the one that we just encountered and defeated. So I guess there is one in a red mask still.
Sisnigem. Fisdun the only Lamrai Sadai Dawn.
It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Oh, sorry, I suppose I don't need to repeat that. Oh, and somebody has transferred me to a bed. How you feeling, Yoko? They said you fainted in the middle of one of the general's stories. I had to have you carried back to the hourglass. I reckon you made quite an impression to your fellow guests, though probably not the sort you intended. You sure you're getting enough rest, Yoko? Life in an adventurer can be pretty taxing. As in taxing, not Texan. Any road, I'm glad to see you're back to normal. No offense, but looking after you was getting a bit tiresome. Oh, before I forget, the general left a message for you. Said that when you're feeling up to it, you should come and see him at the Hall of Flames. Probably wants to finish the story he was telling you when you fell asleep. I guess I'll head over there. Right, this is the room that you can go into. There's a bunch of useful things in here that I'm probably not going to make use of during the stream, but between streams, I probably will. We shall see. Alright, we're going where? The Hall of Flames. Ah, there we are. Over there. So, just take a quick teleport. Yeah. Over here. It's not that far, but it saves a little bit of time. And over here. Been waiting for you, Yoko. I trust you are fully recovered. Good, because there's much work to be done. Work that I would have you do. Listen well, Yoko. This will take some time to explain. Means to entrust you with a task of the utmost importance. I've prepared these letters for my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago, we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Cartano. First by the Garleans, and by the Primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my fallen comrades, and of the warriors of light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you as the nearest thing I have to a warrior of light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it? I mean, yes, I don't have a choice, but then it is agreed. Journey to Gridania and Lominsa as my official representative. Now, that's a great many mobs to travel, but I've neither time nor patience to wait while you do it on foot. So, here you go. Here's the thing. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days when airships travel... Gone are the days when airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case. Though there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. Ayoko, I am not alone in seeing. Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of the Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the warriors of light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way. Alright, and back to the Adventurers Guild we go. Alright, looks like we're finally getting out of Ul'dah. Or getting out of the starting city. I suppose it isn't necessarily Ul'dah, depending on what you choose as your starting profession. Ah, back from your meeting with Raubahn, are you? What did the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship. That's an honor and a half, it is. I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you, Yoko. Truly I am. Now, I dare say Raubahn told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves having never once seen Eorza from above. Poor people shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Lominsa's Shimmering Seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you, Yoko. You'll see those sights and more. Everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor these experiences, for they are priceless, all. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dah ain't the only place beset by troubles, as you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of person you are, Yoko. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking her nose into other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travels. I'll see you when you get back. Speak with someone at the airship landing. I need to find an airship landing. The Hustings Strip. Which is this area? Airship landing. There we are. Somewhere over here, I guess. So this way. Lift attendant. Okay. To the airship landing. Greetings, ma'am. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy, Yoko? Yes? Highwind Skyways at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Yes, indeed. I believe I am. And board the airship. Yes. Oh, you get a cutscene. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. How many more passengers are there? Sounds of it, there aren't many. By the looks of it, it's just me. And, of course, the person flying the ship. Captain or navigator or whatever you want to call them. Off we go. Just an assortment of everyone we've met. Waves goodbye. And first, we met beneath the Sultan tree. I sensed there was something unusual about her. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed. Yoko, Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing you praises from here to the far reach before long. I do enjoy the fanfare in the background too. I just like a lot of the Final Fantasy music. May you always walk in the light of the crystal. Oh, meanwhile, Castrum Os something or other. For people dressed up over here.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
All right. 15.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
So again, I suppose that was part of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. So I'm guessing that was a big part of their storyline. The Empire was invading. And they ended up stopping the invasion with a whole bunch of dragons, and the capital ship was brought down and ended up taking out the dragon with it, which is separate from Bahamut. So I'm wondering how much time, how much time passes in this, I wonder sometimes, because if that was 15 years ago, that may have been like backstory for the game. So maybe 15 years ago wasn't... I haven't played the original, so I can only speculate about that part. Maybe that was backstory to 1.0. And then the story was going through to the battle that we just saw. Bahamut was released and resealed, I think. I don't know how it ended. So yeah. And then, of course, all of this is happening after.
Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Okay. And they're taking some sort of creature large creature.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
A lot of words being thrown about that I don't know what they're talking about.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And finally I arrive at Limsa. Or maybe Limsa Lumensa. Alright, so over here. Maybe? No? Where am I going? Over here. There we are. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, Admiral... Blowfish when? Awaits your arrival. You're the Ul'dah envoy. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. Take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Zanathale. He will be pleased to show you to the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Alright, so go here. And across the room to the sky. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. You permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry? Here you go. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way.
Enter.
Getting a lot of cutscenes at this point.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvib Ffxiv, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
I'm not going to remember all of the pronunciations of things. I'm sorry. I will probably continue to call them as they are. Oh, and we're out of voice acting. Okay. Memorial service to honor the fallen. Has been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp? It was an answer to the imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalmund, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched over our forces over to the Cartano Flats, and there met with the seventh. Sorry. Don't use Roman numerals with letters. It doesn't look right. Just say seventh. Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalmund came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Azoria. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire... excuse me. The legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world were burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. That's why you have a cutscene to describe it. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light fell to me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis Sois still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. I speak not only of the beastmen, but do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claims on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. We need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, none will save us, save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea. And this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Raban, has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Excellent. Duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General received my reply. Travel next to Gridania, yes? Pray give my regards to the Elder Seed Seer. Oh, tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Yoko. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Alright, we're supposed to speak to the person at the airship landing again, but I am going to do something real quick. There's this giant aetherite sitting over here, and I think I should activate it so I can teleport here whenever I need to. Also, I kind of saw something off in the distance that I don't remember. I don't remember the shining tower over there. Not that it hasn't always been there. You know, I just don't remember it. Alright, back in here. I believe... yeah, the lift attendant is right here. To the airship landing. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship to Gridania? Yes. Off we go again. We getting another cutscene? Possibly. I always find it weird that they back out rather than sail forward. But we're not getting a cutscene within the cutscene this time, so the trip is much faster. How do we get out of here? I guess up this way? Yeah. I must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Up the stairs, I think? Is this where I'm going? No. This way. Nope. Don't mind me just walking over the table. Oh, wait. Our destination is over here. Somewhere. Possibly downstairs. Maybe I went right past it. Yeah, here we are. Greetings, good madam. You are the Ul'dah envoy, are you not? I've received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper, and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Now we can head upstairs. And this way. And on the way, I will tag the Aetherite, so that once again, I can travel here whenever I need to. Also, register it as a favorite, which I should have done with the other one. Oh well. So I have a feeling I will be traveling here quite often. Or at least traveling between the three quite often. I believe my destination is over here. Yeah, right through here. You're the Old Envoy? Begging your pardons, madam, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Of course. Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me.
So you are the Ul'dan envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please.
I walk very slowly.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
I do, in fact. Oh, and we're done with speaking. Okay. Remembrance service for the fallen of Cartel. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? Just what I've been told. It seemed my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That as well. I mean, it didn't help. It also helped that I saw a flashback of the thing actually happening. A message from the Admiral. Wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Isbard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. So, in the history of things, the Empire apparently is just a recent rise in power. And they've decided to expand quickly for some reason. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Isbard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zoskelvis, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. Rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much-needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Zoria, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius Balsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Azorian air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding the Brazen Wolf. See, now, the way they're saying these things seems like it's just a generic thing of just because what she has said sounds very similar to what the other places said, and assuming, like, depending on what choice you make as far as your profession would determine which city you go to. So I suppose they all need to have a generic response just so that all the bases are covered, for whichever place you go to. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garlean is greater still. Each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help rekindle the spirits of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. Man, she talks a lot. I can't even say all that in one breath. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve it. But the necessary provisions still shall be made for service here in Gridani. And there we go. She signs it. I guess I am probably to return it. Nope, she's handing it to somebody else. Okay, never mind. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. There we go. They now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare and guild. Alright. So I think this is where I'm going to call it for the night. Seems a pretty good spot. You know, we just opened up the ability to travel to each of the cities. What I will probably do in between sessions is I'm going to unlock all the Disciples of the Hand and the Land and get them, I guess, up to probably their level, and get them up to and complete their level 20 quests. Also, probably for the pugilist as well. For the moment, at first I was including the pugilist quests in the things that I do on stream. I don't know if I will continue doing so. It is, after all, a side quest and not necessarily something that I need to be showing. Maybe I'll show some of the later stuff. We'll see. I guess it depends on when it happens and when I have time for it. So, with that, hopefully you enjoyed the session. You know, I certainly did. And that's part of the reason why I am streaming it, is because I enjoy this. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And I guess I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.